Magandang araw. So our next problem for the continuation of our discussions on rectilinear kinematics, we have here a particle that moves in a straight line with a velocity shown in the figure. Knowing that x is equal to negative 48 feet at t is equal to 0, the problem requires us to draw the t and xt curve when t is greater than 0 but less than 40 seconds. Okay. So, the questions is we have to determine the maximum value of the position coordinate of the particle and the values of t for which the particle is at a distance of 108 feet from the origin. Okay. So, oops, mata. Okay. So, let's answer this problem. First, let's write the boundary condition stated. So, at t is equal to 0, the position daw ng ating particle is negative 48 feet. And, according to the problem, ang analysis daw natin is hanggang 40 seconds. So, unahin natin i-draw si AT curve since mas maraming problem tayo pagdating kay XT. So, doon tayo magsosolve. I-draw muna natin si AT. Again, acceleration is the slope of the velocity time curve. Siya yung slope. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin yung mga slope. But before that, ilagay muna natin yung mga span ng time. So, ito, meron tayong 10 seconds sa part na to, 8 seconds, 6 seconds, another 6 seconds, and then we have 10 seconds here. So, at this area, okay, at this point, dito sa span na to, our slope is 0. Kasi horizontal lang, hindi makita yung line ni sir. Black na lang. So, our acceleration is 0 kasi horizontal line lang. Pagdating dito sa part na to, our acceleration here is yung final point ng ating velocity which is 18 minus the initial point of our velocity which is 6 divided by the span of time 8. So, here we have um, so we have 18 minus 6 all over 8. That is 1.5, positive 1.5. Now, at this point, meron naman tayo dito sa section na to, our accelerations become, yung final velocity natin ay 0, minus the initial velocity natin is positive 18. The span of time is 6, so our acceleration is negative 3. Dito naman sa kabilang side, since isang line na diretso lang sila, again, pag isang line na diretso, similar lang din sila ng slope. So, the acceleration here is negative 3. Medyo hindi ko yun gusto. Ang pangit. So, here A is negative 3. Dito, horizontal line, so our slope is 0. So, pwede na natin silang i-plot at this point. Okay? Our initial acceleration is 0. Our acceleration hanggang 10 seconds ay 0 pa din. Pagdating sa acceleration, hindi tayo nag-a-add ha. Ang nilalagay natin is the actual value of our acceleration. So at 10 second, our acceleration now is positive 1.5. So aangat tayo dito na positive 1.5. This is plus 1.5. Consistent tayo na plus 1.5 acceleration. Okay? Then, after that, our acceleration now is negative 3. So from here, pupunta na naman tayo sa negative 3. So our acceleration is consistent here na negative 3. And then after that, 0. Okay? So 0 dito and consistently 0. So this is our acceleration time curve. Okay? Again, pag acceleration, hindi tayo nag-a-add or nagsusubtract ng mga points kagaya sa ating position at velocity. Okay, let's proceed with the next curve. So, ang susunod naman na tanong sa atin is the position time graph. Okay, try ko itong ibaba ng konti. Okay, so dito yung time natin. And here, nandito yung ating position X. X yung ginamit ng problem eh. So, X in feet. Okay? Sige. Para naman sa position, ang kailangan natin dyan ay area. Okay? So, kung area, kunin natin yung area ng bawat segment. Ang area at this point, so the area here is 6 times 10 positive 60. The area at this point, trapezoid ito. So, the area becomes, saan natin lalagay? Dito na lang. Hitan ko na lang yung sulat. Ayan. So, the area here, we have 1/2 of, this is 18, plus this is 6, and then the span is 8. So, our area here, or our displacement here, is 1/2 ng 18 plus 6 multiplied by 8. We have 96, positive 96. Okay? Next, at this point, triangle lang ito. So, the area is 1/2 ng 18. Okay? Multiplied by 6. So, that is 1/2 ng 18 by 6. So, we have here delta S na 54. Or delta X rather kasi X kasi gamit dito. Nakasanayan ko kasi na S. I apologize. Ulit. Okay. So, here the area is similar dito. Parang naka-mirror lang naman sila. Negative lang. So, the delta X here is negative 54. And lastly, the area here is what? Negative 18 times 10. Negative 180. Okay. Sige. Let's draw this curve. The initial position daw natin ay negative 48. So, ang mangyayari, bababa muna tayo dito ng masyadong manipis. Kapalan ko. Yan. So, bababa muna tayo dito ng negative 48. Dito magsisimula yung ating graph. Then, dito meron tayong A0. So, the degree of the degree nito ay 0. The degree nito ay 1. Degree ay 1. Degree ay 1. Then, the degree is 0. Okay? So, since 0 degree, pagdating natin sa ating position, first degree. Diba? Acceleration, velocity, tsaka position. Kapag ang acceleration natin, 1, our velocity is 2, our position is 3. Kapag ang velocity natin ay 1, ay 0, ang ating x ay 1. Di ba? Papataas lang, pababa. Okay? Habang bumababa tayo dito, nag-a-add tayo ng isa pang degree. Okay? So, first degree. Pero ang ating area here ay positive 60. But yung area natin, nalito ko sa acceleration. So, palitan ko to ng area. Okay? The area is positive 60. So, from negative 48 to positive 60, mapupunta tayo sa positive 12. This is plus 12. And since first degree, dapat yan ay straight line. Next, positive 96. So, negative 48 una. Tapos, initial position yon plus 60. Pangalawang displacement, okay, ay 96. So, 108. So, punta na tayo kay 108. Now, yung curve yung degree natin dito ay 1. So, pagdating dapat sa position, second degree, gagamit tayo ng PNDI circle. Okay, or yung DD diagram, sabi ng iba. So, this is positive D minus I, negative D plus I. Okay? So, P, positive, N, negative, D, and then I. Kaya P, N, D, I circle. Pwede nyo naman sabihin P, D, and I. Okay lang din naman kung saan kayo mas madadalian. O kasi mas nadalian sa P, N, D, I. Next. So, from our graph, this is positive. Above siya ng ating horizontal axis. And then, our value is from 6 to 18. So, tumataas. Positive siya and increasing. So, this one. Positive, increasing. So, pag ganun yung ating curve. And this is 108. Next. Dito naman, so similar dun sa kanina, positive din siya, pero decreasing na yung value. Pababa yung value. So, positive, pero decreasing. So, ito naman. Positive, decreasing. And our area is 54. So, 108 plus 54, we have 162. Pag ganito naman siya. Yan. This is positive 162. Next, our next area is negative 54. So, minus 54 tayo. We have 108. Babalik tayo dito. But our curve is, this is negative, nasa baba, and yung magnitude niya, again, magnitude ang pinag-uusapan natin ha. So, pag magnitude, walang sign. Ang magnitude niya ay from 0 to 18. So, increasing. Negative, increasing. So, ito, quadrant 1. Okay? Next. After this, we have negative 180. Then, linear na lang ito. No need na kay PNDA circle. So, we have minus 180. Ang maiiwan sa atin ay negative 72. So, pwedeng dito. Negative 72. Tapos siya ay straight line lang. Okay? So, this is our position time curve. Ang tanong sa atin, unang tanong, what is the maximum value of our position? So, the maximum value of our position x max is positive 162 feet. Next, the values of t for which the particle is at distance of 108 feet. So, dalawa yon, di ba? So, 108 din ito. Ito 108. So, ang sagot dito, yung time natin at x is 108 ay yung unang time dito, that is 18 seconds. And then, another time at 30 seconds. So, these are our answer for this problem. Continuing our discussion on rectilinear kinematics, we have sample problem number 4. Sabi dito, an elevator starts from rest and moves upward, accelerating at a rate of 1.2 meters per second until it reaches a speed of 7.8 meters per second, which it then maintains. So 2 seconds after the elevator begins to move, a man standing 12 meters above the initial position of the elevator throws a ball upward with an initial velocity of 20 meters per second. Determine when the ball will hit the elevator. Now, yung problem na to, kaya itong solven using graphical, yung ating BT curve and then position time curve. Yun nga lang, magiging mahirap. So, in this case, tuturuan ko naman kayo kung paano solving yung erratic motion by subdividing the motion of the objects. So, unahin natin yung elevator. I-evaluate natin. Ay, ba't ba evaluate? Susulat ko. Yung elevator, evaluate natin yung motion. Meron tayong dalawang time frame dito, dalawang type ng motion. Yung una, may constant acceleration tayo na 1.2 meters per second and then after that, 0 na yung acceleration. So, our acceleration is 1.2 meters per second mula 0 second hanggang some value t1. Diyan muna. And then our acceleration now becomes 0 when the time t is greater than t1. Okay? Pag na-exceed na natin yung t1, okay, our acceleration now is 0. Now, our velocity here is, it starts from 0 to up to 7.8 meters per second. Now, dito naman, sa part na to, ang acceleration lang natin ay 0. Okay? Ang velocity lang natin ay 0. Or, baliktad po si sir, ang velocity natin ay 7.8 meters per second since our acceleration is 0. So, wala tayong acceleration. Now, dito naman sa part na to, our initial position is negative 12 kung ito yung datum line natin. So, let's solve this using this datum line. So, the initial position of our elevator is 0. So, ito yung datum line natin, 0. So, yung bola natin ngayon, ang initial position naman niya, pagdating naman doon sa ball, ba't kasi nag-itcha pa ng bola tong taon to eh. Okay? So, nag-itcha siya ng bola, ang kanyang acceleration ay consistent, negative 9.81 meters per second kasi free fall ito. Then, our initial velocity, ang velocity ng ball initially ay 20 meters per second upward. Kanyang initial position ay, ano ang kanyang position? Positive 12 meters. Okay. Now, the question now is, kailan daw sila magtatama? Di ba pag nagtama yan, umangat yung elevator natin, initsa mo yung bola, aangat yung elevator natin, at some point kung saan sila magtatama, pareho yung position. So, same yung position nila dito. So, yung elevator, aangat siyang ganyan, mag-meet sila dito, same position. Therefore, ang equal sa kanila, yung position ng ball sa pangalawa at saka yung position ng elevator sa pangalawang point na kailangan natin silang i-analyze. Okay, now, alamin muna natin yung point kung saan yung ating elevator ay titigil na sa pag-accelerate. So, ilipat ko to dito. I-move ko yung analysis ng ball doon sa side. So, our acceleration is 1.2 meters per second hanggang 7.8. Sabi natin, our acceleration is the final velocity minus the initial velocity. Tama? Or better yet, you can use the first formula. Yung BF is equal to BI plus ACT. Pareho lang yan. Doon din naman galing yan. So, our final velocity on our first motion is 7.8 meters per seconds. Okay? Then, our initial velocity is 0 kasi we started from rest. Plus, our acceleration is 1.2 multiplied by time. So, our time is 7.8 over 1.2. That is 6.5 meters per second. Sorry, time pala to. 6.5 seconds. So, ibig sabihin, at 6.5 seconds, yung ating elevator, ang kanya ng velocity ay 7.8, titigil na siya sa pag-accelerate. So, when the value of t is 6.5 seconds, our acceleration is 0. So, our velocity is consistent at 7.8. Okay. Now, pagdating naman sa ball, alamin natin yung position. Okay? So, ano na yung position ng ball at 8 at 6.5 seconds. Okay? So, sige, kunin natin. So, the position ng ball at time is equal to 6.5 seconds. Ang position na ng ball is equivalent to its initial position 12 plus the initial velocity na 20 times the time na 6.5 minus 1 half 9 plus 9.81 times 6.5 squared. So our SB is 12 plus 20 times 6.5 minus 1 half of 9.81 times 6.5 squared. That is negative 65. So, napakalayo. 65.23 meters. So, at 6.5 second pala guys, ibig sabihin at 6.5 seconds, supposedly yung ball, bababa na sa datum line. Mas mababa na siya. So, therefore, we can say na nag-hit sila below 6.5 seconds. So, chinek lang natin yung position ng ball. Nalaman na natin kung kailan ba sila mag-hit. So, yung therefore, yung hit ay will happen before 6.5 seconds. Again, bakit nangyari yung hit before 6.5 seconds? Kasi at 6.5 seconds, the position of the ball ay nasa 65 meters na below the datum line. Syempre yung elevator natin nasa datum line. Imposible naman na hindi sila magtama. Okay? So, ang kailangan natin gawin ngayon ay pag-equitin na yung position nila at hanapin yung oras. So, ang gagamitin lang nating relationship ay ito. So, hindi na tayo kasi aabot sa 6.5 seconds. So, the position of the elevator when t is less than 6.5, mas mababa na. So, at t is less than 6.5 seconds, the position of the elevator, that is our SE2, is equivalent sa SE1 plus the initial velocity ng elevator times time. So, that is B1t plus 1 half ang acceleration ng elevator times t squared. Okay? So, hindi natin alam si SE2. Our initial position is nasa datum. Plus, our initial velocity daw ay 0 kasi nagsimula tayo sa rest. Plus the unknown t. Plus 1 half ng ating acceleration na 1.2 t squared. So, basically, our SE2 is just 1 half ng 1.2 t squared. Okay. Next, kunin naman natin yung position ng ball when t is less than 6.5 seconds. Okay? So, ang position ng ball natin dyan, that would be SB2 is equal to SB1 plus BB1T plus 1 half G or minus 1 half GT squared. Sige. So, our SB2, the initial position of the ball is 12. Its final position is, its initial velocity is 20 meters per seconds positive times t minus 1 half ng 9.81 times yung t squared kung kailan sila nag-meet. And then sabi natin, dapat equal sila kasi nagtama. So, pag nagtama or nagpantay, equal dapat yung position. So, therefore, we have 1 half ng 1.2 t squared equal kay 12 ay mabura 12 plus 20t minus 1 half ng 9.81 t squared. So here we can solve two values of time since naka-squared tayo. So the first side is 1 half multiplied by 1.2 alpha x squared. Alpha equals sa 12 plus 20 alpha x minus 1 half ng 9.81 alpha x squared. So we have a value of, the first value is, tsan-tsananan, ang tagal mag-processing. The first value is negative, so wala tayong negative time, 524. Okay? So, i-try natin yung second value. Let's say 100 yung initial point natin. Uy, negative pa rin. Where did I go wrong? So, 1 half ng 1.2 x squared minus 12 plus 23 minus 1 half ng 9.81 x squared. Shift solve natin. Let's try to put value around 6. So the time is 4.157 seconds. Now, meron tayong small mistake na nagawa. That is the consideration of time of the ball. Kasi, take note, yung ball natin ay nag-start 2 seconds later. So, therefore, dito sa parts na to, so yung time dapat, yung time ng elevator natin ay mas mataas ng 2 seconds. So, that is time ng ball plus 2 seconds. So, this is t minus 2. Okay? So, that is our mistake. So, dapat ito ay t minus 2 kasi ito ay time ng ball sa paglipad ng bola. Okay? Similar with our problem before, this is time naman ng elevator. So, hindi natin siya na-consider. So, that should be x minus 2 squared alpha x minus 2. If solved, we have So our time now, considering that mishap is 5.672 seconds yung isa. Shift solve ulit tayo, nearest to 0. Kunin naman natin yung isang root. That is 1.525. Ito ay impossible kasi yung bola nga na-release lang ng 2 seconds. So, hindi ito pwede. So, our answer is 5.672 seconds. So, dito sila sa time na to nag-meet. Take note, may simple mistake tayo na nagawa. Hindi natin na-consider yung time na 2 seconds. Kasi yung bola natin, na-release lang 2 seconds after. So, yung time ng elevator, mas mahaba siya. Let's say si elevator nag-travel na ng 8 seconds. Si ball, nagta-travel pa lang yun ng 6 seconds. Kaya siya may lagging plus 2. So, hindi natin na-consider. So, dito, we can say that TB is TE minus 2. So, itong kinocompute natin actually is TE, time of travel ng ating elevator. Okay? So, yan. So, this is a type of problem na erratic pero kaya nating i-analyze using constant acceleration.